Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a while. Good evening from Ghana. I know it will be afternoon in wherever you are watching us from. So, thank you for checking us out. It's been a while, It's been a while that I came up because this July, it has been kind of tough for me because the final year students in my school are back to school. So I need to make sure I take care of them and I take care of five teachers who are also teaching these kids. So, hey, thank you very much for being part of this channel. Today, we really going to have a nice and awesome conversation with a queen mother. Sorry, but I would like to know, those of you watching me right now, I'd like to know where you are watching me from. At least it will um, ginger me to, talk well, ask relevant questions, and, make it interactive. So I'll be very happy if you can put up a comment and let me know exactly where you are watching us from. But I'm coming to you from Ghana, West Africa, Africa. Hey, I see Kwame. Olatunji, how are you? Both yeah, we good, we good. And yourself? Hey, Sharuyan P, how are you doing? It's been a while. I hope everything is great. Yeah, yes. So I wouldn't like to waste much time. Let me go straight to the point. Before I bring Queen Mother on, I know she's on right now and she's listening. Hello, Queen Mother. I think I'm the only one who can see you. All right. So, Sin Love say watching me from US. Thank you very much. So in Ghana, in our traditional system, right? Echo, watching from Florida. Thank you, Eric Boama. Hey, Eric, how you doing, brother? So in our traditional ruling system in Ghana, we have the chief, okay? And then aside the chief, there are other chiefs who are supposed to work with them, or there are other titles, if I should say that, or people who are supposed to work with them. And one of them in the Akan system is the Queen Mother. So the chief doesn't only rule, okay, the community or his territory, but he would have to do that with a Queen Mother. Here in Ghana, we call them Ohima. I don't know if anybody who's watching, if you can put up, try and say it on your mouth, try say it and then put it up as a comment. We call them Ohima. That means Queen Mothers. All right, and they play very important role in our traditional system. To be honest with you, Queen Mothers even have the right, the veto power to even decline or accept whatever a chief want to do. Yes, in our traditional system. For example, if I'm a chief and I have a queen mother, and if I want to take this initiative or this step, the queen mother can stop me or ask me to go on with it. So queen mother, and they are the same people when there is a vacancy in the chieftaincy, okay, in the community. They are the same people who can or who should help, okay, be the first point of call for them to pick whoever is supposed to take that vacancy as the chief of that community. And I'm very happy to have my big sister, my dear. I know she has a lot of names. I wouldn't like to talk much, so I would like to bring her on, and then we have a discussion of, hey, Queen Mother Na Odi, how are you doing?
Hello, greetings.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well today. How are you?
Yeah, I'm perfect. I'm taking it easy and then giving thanks to our Maker, to our Supreme Being, and to our ancestors for taking care of us, interceding between us and God, and whatever we've been doing wrong. I know they've been playing a part in asking God to forgive us and all that. So we good. I mean, we're taking it easy. How are you doing, and how is the corona affecting your state right now? What is the status of your state right now?
My state, the numbers are still climbing.
Wow.
They're still climbing. Um, you know, for some reason they rush to open things, open businesses, open beaches, and people without thinking, they go. everybody's tired of being in a house, so they go, and then a week later, the numbers climb. So it's as if everybody's just being stupid. I guess that's all I can say. That's the only way to sum it up, is just being stupid, not thinking. Um, but all I can do myself personally is protect myself and my family and make sure everybody is staying safe.
Great, great. I mean, we are also having similar rise in this corona thing, but like you said, everybody is trying to play a role. We have to make sure that we don't get infected with this corona thing and all that. Somebody just made a comment. The person says she sounds like an American. So you tell them where you're from, your background, and let them know whether you're an American or what. Yeah.
I was born and raised in America, a small state named Delaware. I'm about
Okay.
2 hours south of New York.
Okay.
And this is where I was born. I didn't start to come to Ghana until 2017. So I am an American. I'm African American, and I was born and raised here.
Okay. So Abby 94, you asked if she's an American, and she has explained to you that yes, she's an American. Um, have you had any interactions with Ghanaians in the United States?
Yes, there's a lot of Ghanaians even here in my state. Um,
Hmm.
they have a nice community
Okay.
here. It's a lot. It's a lot of Ghanaians here. It is.
Right. Right. So let's go straight to the question that I have for you, so we can quickly move on with it.
Okay.
As an African American, I know I've watched some videos and people keep saying, "Oh no, I'm not an African. I'm not an African," and all that because they don't want to, relate themselves to being an African. When did you realize there was something called Africa, and then you claim or you got to accept the fact that you're an African? When did you realize that there was something called Africa?
Um, it started since birth with me because of my father. He
Okay.
was very deep into the African culture. So, as far back as I can remember, he has taught us, my family. We had maps of Africa as posters throughout our home.
Wow.
Um, he made up songs naming the countries in Africa. Like, I've always been exposed to the culture, and my dad always taught the community, not just our family, but he taught the community the goodness in embracing our African heritage. So back in the
So
day, my dad was the one wearing dashikis before it was cool to wear dashikis.
yeah.
So I've
Wow.
always had it around me. He always taught me about the beauty of African women and to
Hmm.
embrace my own beauty and know that, you know, there's queens, there's kings. I was always taught that from my childhood.
Right, right. It's like being here as well. When growing up, since it is our culture, we don't pay much attention to our culture, but we always want to look at other people's culture. So when growing up, we also had, TV programs, the papers, the magazines showing us about Africa. But then, even though you hear about Africa, people tell you about it, your father was displaying all those artifacts and all that. When did you decide to accept that you're an African? And when you did that, what made you want to be like, yo, I'm going to Africa? What made you
So
wanted to come to Africa?
I was a kid when I accepted it, when I realized it, because we were so immersed in everything African. My dad was a,
Mm-hmm.
a drum teacher. My mom
Mm-hmm.
was an African dance teacher.
Okay.
So I always knew I was African. I never I never experienced any separation
Mm-hmm.
like most of us do over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, my first trip to the motherland was back in 1995.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. I thought it was just lately.
my first trip
No.
was to Senegal back in
Okay.
'95, and that was
Okay.
my first time experiencing a slave dungeon. So I was 21 then. So, 21-year-old eyes would
Mm-hmm.
view a slave dungeon differently than
Yeah.
45-year-old eyes.
Yeah.
So it was an experience then. And I think at that time is when I was opened up to um, start to research slavery
Yeah.
and ancestry. And that's when I started that connection
Wow.
from
Wow.
visiting that first slave dungeon.
Wow. That was in Senegal, 95, right?
Hmm.
So at that point, um, what something you might have put something in preparation before making the first trip. What did you put in on paper? Like, okay, I'm expecting to go to Africa. Somebody said, I sacrificed my family to move to Ghana. Did you have to sacrifice something in order for you to even take your first trip to Senegal and even Ghana currently?
It wasn't a sacrifice. I feel like I'm committed to proving to my people here the
Mm-hmm.
love that we're missing out on in Africa. So it's become a duty of mine, not a sacrifice, but a duty where I'm always exposing what I see, what I hear, the people that I meet. I just want to expose to the people here because of the disconnection, the lies that we've grown up believing, what the media has taught us. So it's been my duty to crush those lies
Okay.
and show the truth. It's a truth that is hidden from us, and it's a sad situation. But it takes people like me, like you,
Mm-hmm.
um, to build that bridge. So it's not a sacrifice for me. It's a duty now. It's my calling now.
Okay. So I was looking at I mean making that first step. Maybe friends of yours would be like, "Hey, why are you making this trip? What is in Africa?" I mean, what was this leads to my other question that learning about I mean education in school and education at home. Which of these two taught you about Africa in perspective? I mean, in deep school education and house education
School
about Africa.
education was zero. School
Oh,
education here about Africa, about the beauty or the positivity or anything great about
hmm,
Africa is zero. Is
wow.
zero. So it would take a father like mine, or a community leader who was exposed previously to be able to teach it to anybody else. If we don't have that here, we'll never learn about the beauty of Africa. If we don't have people like me taking trips and showing videos of
Hmm.
the love, we would never ever build that bridge.
Wow.
So we
Wow.
have an important role because otherwise, the images we have is what the media taught us.
Right.
And they teach us those things so that we won't want to connect.
Wow, wow. I know a lot of you are watching me right now. I want you to put up a comment, and I really want to know what was the education about Africa in your schools like. I mean, both of you watching me right now, I've seen somebody is saying that it is so sad the lies that we have been told and the continued brainwashing that we go through. Wow, divide and conquer. Somebody says it is zero. I had to learn completely on my own. Why do you think the white media, if I should call it, were refusing to teach the African descent about their culture? What comes into mind?
Well, they have to continue the agenda of
Okay.
oppressing us, and we fall for it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we make it easy for them because
Okay.
a lot of us aren't doing our own research. We're
Mm-hmm.
not going there ourselves to touch
Yeah.
Africa, to touch the people, to learn that, they do love us and we can
Mm-hmm.
love them and we can love each other. So they continue the agenda to keep us separate and we fall for it. And that's the bad part.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So there is always an agenda to make you not learn about your culture, to make you not get yourself closer to the people on the soil. So, what did it take for you to come to the motherland? You had to do something. A lot of people, I'm asking this because a lot of people still don't know how to get to Ghana. Maybe
Right.
there's an official
And
way, there's a.
I
Uh-huh.
love when people ask questions.
Yeah.
Whenever I see someone online who shows an interest in wanting to go, I always
Mm-hmm.
jump in to make sure they
Mm-hmm.
know that it's easy to get there. It's
Mm-hmm.
different steps to follow, but it's possible. I didn't hesitate when it was time
Okay.
for me to go. I didn't feel like, oh my God, it's so far away.
Mm-hmm.
People make you believe you got to get 10 shots. You know, people make you think so many things that you can't make it to the motherland, but I always talk and I help other people. Now, I haven't taken anyone myself personally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My sister travels with me, but when I go, it's more of a spiritual journey for me, and
Okay.
I'm still on that journey. So I haven't been able to take anyone with me personally, just because I can't
Okay.
afford to have to accommodate someone else when I'm on my own mission. So
Mm-hmm.
that's just a personal preference for me right now. But I will be taking a group
Yeah.
in the near future, just not right now.
Definitely. So my other thing is that what was the process? Like somebody's watching right now. How did you apply for the visa? Were there an application for visa, an interview? How much you paid? Somebody's watching right now. They would like to know what exactly you did up to
Somebody
when you got.
watching right now, I would advise them to first investigate the passport process.
Okay.
Just get the passport. If you don't go to
Hmm.
Ghana, if you don't go to Senegal, if you don't go anywhere for the next 3 years, just get the passport now. That's
Okay.
number one. And then the requirement for Ghana is the yellow fever shot.
Hmm.
Get that right away. Even if you're not ready to go, just get it. Because that's one thing you don't want to hold you back. Because when
Yeah.
I was going, there was a shortage. I had to call around to 20 different places
Hmm.
and just get the shot. Just find out in your state where you can get the shot done, the yellow fever shot, and get it out the way. And then next you would move on to, you can't do the visa yet because you have to know when you're going. You have to get that closer to your trip.
Yeah.
But that's the easy process also.
All right.
And just
Thank you.
connect with positive people that have been there before, who you can ask
Hmm.
questions.
Yeah.
Don't listen to people who feed you negativity and their opinions, and they haven't even been there yet. So you have to connect with the right people.
Right. Right. That would take me to, you might have had some expectations about coming to Ghana. Even watching videos on YouTube, listening to people sharing their experience. Maybe there was once you were like, oh, okay, water doesn't flow in Ghana like 24/7, and water flows in the United States. So what am I expecting? And when you came here, did you meet those expectations or you didn't?
I did. I met every expectation, but I was so much on a mission just to get there. I didn't give
Okay.
a damn what went wrong. Like, I knew whatever challenges I had to face, I was built for it. I made up my mind before
Mhm.
even touching the soil that I
Yeah.
wasn't going to complain, that I was going to have an open mind and that I was just going to take it all in and not, not think about my American ways or how
Yeah.
spoiled we are and the
Yeah.
things I might not get while in Ghana or while in Senegal or while in Casablanca. I went to
Hmm.
Benin, I went to Togo, I went
Wow.
to all those places, and I just knew that I had to have an open mind, you know,
Hmm.
and take it all in. And
Yeah.
sometimes that's my fear of taking another person because I can't afford to have somebody
Yeah. Yeah.
complaining and,
Yeah.
they hot. And I
Yeah.
just can't. I can't take the chance. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Like what you're saying, I've had the chance to take a lot of Africans in diaspora around Ghana, and then like you're saying, you don't want to bring them, and then you will be the one to be like, oh sorry, oh this is how. Oh,
I
sorry.
can't
Because
do
they
it.
come and like they expect things to be like the way they are, and they're like funny themselves like Ghana is hot. You should have known when you're coming. So like
Right.
yeah, it's an awesome experience though to have. So your word to I want you to advise or speak a word to people who are skeptic about moving to the motherland. Some people feel they will come and they'll be bitten by mosquitoes and die. But we are here. And look, I mean, there are malaria cases and all that, but it is not like you go out and mosquito bites you and then you die.
Right.
No. What is your advice to those who are skeptic? They don't even want to even hear about moving to Ghana or Africa.
Yeah. So, one of my fears before I went was mosquitoes, of course. And
Okay.
you know, that's also a part of believing everything you hear on TV. I can
Hmm.
tell you, I've been to Ghana 3 times now. I have not gotten bitten by a mosquito yet. So, that's a misconception. It also, you have to factor in the time of year. I go in
Hmm.
August. The rainy season is over, which I thought would make more mosquitoes, but it's not bad in August when I go. I can't speak for any other time of year
Yeah.
but August because that's when I go. But I haven't gotten bitten by a mosquito. I'm always ready with my repellents, malaria pills. I take those. I do what I'm supposed to do as far as mosquito protection goes. I've been in the bush. I've been on farms. I've been in the villages and nothing.
Right. Did your first trip to Ghana? Did you have friends? Did you have a family? Did you have somebody you were coming to, or
My
it was
first
like
trip, no. I went with a group. I was with a tour group,
okay,
and I didn't know anyone there
mm-hmm,
at that time. But I
okay,
made it my business to get to know people
mm-hmm.
because I knew I would fall in love with Ghana and I knew that I would be returning
Yeah,
and I needed friends and family to come back to. I didn't want to be a tourist anymore.
yeah,
I just wanted, that connection that I was
mm-hmm,
looking for.
right. Um, what one thing moved you when he came to Ghana? What one thing made you fall in love with Ghana? Like there was one thing that you were like, yo, when you went back and you were speaking to your female friends or whatever, you were like, yo, this thing will take me back to Ghana. What was it? What was that one thing?
For me, it is the embrace that I receive from the people.
Right.
It's the welcome that they give me and
Okay.
I know it's real. When I would meet a person, we don't know each other,
Mm-hmm.
we would hug, we would embrace, and they would say things like, "You came back."
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what I talk about the disconnect. Like, people in Ghana don't know that we love them.
Yeah.
So, when they embrace me like I'm their long lost cousin, which I am,
Mm-hmm.
and they say, "Welcome home," and they mean it,
Yeah.
it's like it's a feeling that I'm addicted to now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm addicted to that feeling of
Right.
of that love, that real love from someone who doesn't even know me, but they know the story. They know I was, taken from there and I've returned. So they look
Right.
at me sometimes like wow, you didn't forget about us. Like,
Yeah.
Americans are coming home to see about us. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
Right, right. Like somebody even asked, you speak like an American. It means that if that person might have seen you walking around town, he would have thought that, oh, that's an African going right. I mean, if I say an African, as in from the motherland, real from the
Right.
motherland, he would have said that. So how did it feel coming to Africa and seeing everybody around you being black? I've had such a conversation where I took a sister to the beach and there were a lot of people. It was a Sunday like this. We were chilling, having fun, and she was just staring at the people. And like, I was like, "Yo, what is wrong? Why are you looking at them?" Like, Echo, this is my first time being around all black, and there's no police around. So
Right.
I was like, oh, what do you mean? You mean you can't just have a family of blacks and maybe 20, 30, 50 people chilling? He said, no way. I'm like, so how did it feel for you? Like you turn left, right, up, down, everywhere is black. How did it feel?
It's amazing. The feeling is amazing. And not only that, it's almost like it is one family.
Yeah.
Like if I go to the left and approach a person, it's
Mm-hmm.
not an unfamiliar feeling like a stranger.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm really, really, really with my family. If I go to
Mm-hmm.
the right and ask for help, I get help.
Yeah.
It's like there's a togetherness
Mm-hmm.
that is present when you're in Ghana around all black people.
Yeah.
There's a
Well,
togetherness that you feel, and it's real and it's strong, and you can't deny it, you can't fight it, you can't ignore it. You just have to sit
mhm.
there like your
Yeah.
friend did and look around like oh my god, this is real. This is real
Yeah.
life that we don't even know exists.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These are feelings that we don't know how to handle because
Yeah.
that's not our reality here.
Yeah.
So when people break down and cry and things like that, that's what that's coming from. We don't know how to handle those feelings because it's a new feeling for us.
That's such a feeling. That's such a feeling of of belongingness to your race and to your people. Does it make you want to leave where you are? Does it make you feel like this part of where I am is not where I'm supposed to be? I have to move. Do you think it sounds like this in other African Americans or African diasporas peers that I mean, seeing all these people being like me, not being scared of anything, does it make where you are now look like this is not where I'm supposed to be?
Yes, yes. So when I talk to other people who have gone to Ghana and come back home, I always
Mm-hmm.
make a joke and say we need a support group because it's really hard coming back here,
Mm-hmm.
functioning in your reality when all you can think about is the feeling you felt in Ghana. It's
Yeah.
really, really hard. So for me, I do feel like I belong there. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I'm wasting time here.
Wow.
Um, I have a huge family and circle of friends here, but when I'm there, it's a different family, it's a different feeling. I'm a family person. So when I sit down to dinner with my brothers and sisters in Ghana, that's how I am here. We eat together and things like that. But it's just a different feeling. It's a feeling of togetherness, like I said.
Yeah. Do you see yourself changed from whatever you experienced here in Ghana after your trip to Ghana back to the United States? Do you think there is a change in something about you? Maybe the way you embrace people, the way you talk to people, the way you use things, whether appliances or whatever. And have you ever made a suggestion to any of your friends that, hey, there is a place called Motherland? Is there a change after your movement? I mean, your trip to Africa and that?
There is. There's a big change in you. There was a big change in me, my personality. I was already close with people and very loving and caring, but it's different. It's different when, especially things like, I don't have any living grandparents here.
Okay.
So when I come to Ghana and I adopt grandmothers and grandfathers, you know, you look at those things differently. Like, that has changed me because I'm here without any grandparents,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like just the tenderness and being with an elder is
Yeah.
something that I was longing for, and I found
Mm-hmm.
it when I came there. So that's a change in me. Um, just how I love on my people, how I was already stress free living, but
Mm-hmm.
now when I've experienced Ghana's stress free
Yeah.
living, it's like,
Like super.
oh my God, it's how can you not be addicted to the
Yeah.
feeling of just
Yeah.
wanting to be there,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
I've changed. I will admit that I have changed.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. My other thing is that how did you get yourself involved with the Ghanaian culture? Yes, your parents, your father might have been telling you about Africa, Ghana. That was just a hearsay. I mean, he was
Hmm.
telling, teaching you. But when you got to the motherland, how did you get yourself involved? How did you assimilate? How did you integrate yourself in the Ghanaian culture? How did you do it?
Well, a lot of people ask me, how did you end up choosing Ghana?
Mm-hmm.
How did
Yeah.
you end up in Ghana? Like, why Ghana?
Mm-hmm.
And when I say it's spiritual for me, um, it was bigger than me. It was bigger than Tanae. It was it. I think the first trip to Senegal opened something up in me where
Mm-hmm.
I've been blessed with the gift of being able to hear my ancestors speak to me.
Yeah.
So back in 2017, out of nowhere, I was being pushed to go to Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't question it. I didn't hesitate. I felt it. I heard them speak to me, and immediately I found a group that was going to Ghana.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up in Ghana. It was my ancestors who first led me there.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and I took that trip, and the day before my flight, my ancestors came to me again, and they said, "Bring my children home."
Wow.
And uh, a few months prior to that trip, my grandmother had passed away,
Oh, sorry
and
about that.
so thank you. I didn't question it once again. I had to go through a couple channels to get her ashes, and my aunt, who had also passed away, which was her daughter, I got her ashes, and my mother-in-law at the time, she had just passed away. I got her ashes. So I felt like I was chosen for a special task that
Okay.
was laid on me by my ancestors. So that's how I ended up in Ghana. I took their ashes. I had a ceremony right at Cape Coast, right
Wow.
along the shore, and
Yeah, I think like that.
I rededicated them to the shores of Ghana, which
Mhm.
I believe is their homeland.
Wow. Wow. There are a couple of questions my awesome followers are asking. I would like you to maybe throw light on that. Somebody is asking, does Na Odi have a home in Africa?
Do I have a home in Africa?
Yeah.
Not yet. Not my own home. I have
Okay.
plenty of family to stay with, but
Mhm.
I don't have my own home yet. I will build a home though, because I do plan on residing there permanently in the near
Right.
future.
Right. Hey, anybody watching me, make sure you like and share this video. Let's push this video to everybody across the world. Like and share the video. Put up a comment. If you have a question to ask, she's had the experience, in moving to Ghana or staying in Ghana, moving to Ghana. So if you have any question, kindly put it up. Somebody's also asking, Echo, what made her keep coming back to Ghana more compared to Senegal and all other African countries she has visited?
Senegal, like I said, I was young. I was 21. And
Mm-hmm.
then fast forward to 2017 when, like I said, my ancestors led me to Ghana. So that's, where I felt at home. I knew that my reason for going to Ghana was more than just going to Ghana. It was more than just going on a tour. I
Mm-hmm.
was really, really being led for a purpose. And I was interested in learning, what the purpose is, what's my job, what's my duty, what am I supposed to be doing? Why did my ancestors nudge me so hard to go to Ghana?
Mm-hmm.
So I was on that mission, and that's what made me keep returning to Ghana
To Ghana.
to do whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing there.
Right. Right. I would like you to put you on a spot here, learning about
Okay.
our culture. Can you make a list of maybe two things that you used to do, or that is like an American culture, and then two things similar to that you came together like, oh, okay, I can do it that way, or this is how they do it. Do you have any two items you want to mention?
Um, I don't know. I really don't. I can't say. I would have to think about it.
Mhm. Okay, looking at I was just looking at your transportation. I heard that you can't just stop a taxi that is moving and you get in and tell them where you're going to. You barely do that. But here, two or three people can be in a taxi. One stops there, another stops there, another stops there, and then it keeps moving. That is what I'm looking at. Things that you commonly do there, but you came in, it was way different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, especially about the taxi.
Mhm.
But that is another example of the togetherness. Like
Yeah.
everybody is hustling. You don't have time to think you own a taxi for
Hmm.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
My brother needs a ride too. So we're gonna get there together. So that's the
Hmm.
mentality of the Ghanaians. Like
Right.
we're all on the same team. Everybody's hustling. Everybody's trying to get there, and we're gonna get it together. That's the
Hmm.
mentality that
Yeah.
I find when I'm in Ghana.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
Brotherhood is
when.
real, sisterhood is real. Like
Hmm.
it's serious. It's
Hmm.
serious.
And one thing that I was asking the Europeans or those out there, the North America, South America, can you just call somebody's daughter or son and send the person to buy you something across the street? Can you do that in the state?
Can we do that here?
Yeah.
We don't have a
Like
lot of places where you can get money
here,
compared
here, like
to.
uh-huh. Yeah, you don't
We
have a
don't
lot
have
of
a
like
lot of places to go to here.
vendors. They sell this, they sell that. No, you don't have that.
We
Wow.
don't have
Here,
that on a daily basis. We have it if there's a big African festival, but on
wow.
a daily basis, we can't just say I need some kente and run up the road and pick out some kente. We just don't have that opportunity here. Maybe in bigger cities where there's a bigger African community, there's vendors all day long. But where I
Mm,
am right now, nothing.
nothing. So you have to move to a certain point to get them and then back. So here it looks like the hustle is real. I mean, on the street, you find people carrying water
Yes.
bags, toffee, groundnuts, I mean, peanuts, and bread, everything moving around like that.
Everything you need.
Yeah.
Everything you need. I don't care if it's a toothbrush. I don't care
Uh-huh.
if it's a couch.
Uh-huh. You get on the street.
Everything you need is right there.
Yeah.
And it might
Yes.
just walk right up to your car. Like it's the hustle is so real. you
Yeah.
know, and the type of person I am with my big old heart, I just want to help everybody, and I know I can. But when
Mm-hmm.
I can, I do. I do.
Yeah.
When I see my sister out there hustling from sun up to beyond sundown, I cannot just walk by her. It's just me. It's just my
Mm-hmm.
heart. So,
Right.
you know, I leave an impression on people. I love to hug people, which Corona is messing that up. You know, I'm a hugger. And I realize Ghanaians aren't really huggers. But
Yeah.
when I'm there, it's like when I meet someone and my face lights up. You know,
Yeah.
I'm always happy to meet my brothers and sisters. My face lights up and I can't help but to hug you. But nobody has like refused me a hug. You know, they
Yeah.
always embrace my hugs and I know it might be uncomfortable, but I just can't help myself. I love y'all to death.
Yeah. I remember when I met you at Osu, right? You guys
Yeah.
were taking photos, and I was just moving. I was like, "Is that not Tenny?" I was like, "Hey, just like, hey, Echo."
It
It
was
was
so nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have somebody want to ask a question. He says, "Can you ask her if she's learning to speak Chi or any of the African language?"
I am learning.
Wow.
I have not taken it serious enough like I should, and I'm
Mhm.
ashamed to say that. But I am learning some tree, and language, my main language will be Ga.
Gan. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah. I think Gan because of your name. Even the name, your Queen Mother name, depict that you are ruling somewhere in in Accra, in Gan. All
Yes.
right. So, how did you become a queen mother, and how did they pick you? How was it like? What was the process? What did you go through to become a queen mother right
I would say getting back to the spiritual part of it.
now? Okay.
Uh, Back in 2018, I took my second trip to Ghana,
Mm-hmm.
and I met a guy at the marketplace at the art
Mm-hmm.
center who
Okay.
recognized me from Facebook.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, I came walking up in the art center, me and my sister, and I was with some other guys then.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Hey, I know her," you know, and I'm looking like, wait a minute, I'm way in Ghana,
Yeah.
and somebody knows who I am. But we were Facebook friends,
Mm-hmm.
and he knew my name and everything. So when I met him, we kept in touch. So when I say things are bigger than me, bigger than you, when it's a
Mm-hmm.
spiritual thing that God has placed in my heart,
Mm-hmm.
I learned later that meeting him was not a mistake. It
Wow.
was not an accident. It wasn't, you know, just out of nowhere. It was really set up by
Meant.
God, by the ancestors. I was supposed to meet this person. So we kept in touch for the next year, and it was time for me to plan my 2019 trip.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe 3 months before, this was also year of return.
Okay.
Um, so I asked him, I said, listen, you know, this is my third time coming to Ghana. Do Ghanaians have adoption ceremonies? Because I need a family. I need a place to call home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's like looking at me like, yeah, we do adoptions here, but you know, we take it very serious. And I said, well, you know, who do I need to talk to? And he said, well, I'll talk to my uncle
Mm-hmm.
and I'll let him know, you know, there's a lady coming to Ghana. She wants to inquire about being adopted into the family. And I
Yeah.
said, okay, let me know. At this time, he didn't tell me his uncle was, you know, the king of Odumase or the chief. So
Yeah.
when he got back to me 2 weeks later, and
Mm-hmm.
he said, you know, they sat down with the elders. Um, my uncles, the kingmakers, everybody was there. And he said, they agreed to do your adoption, you and your sister. And I was like, oh, that's so great. That's good. What do I need to know? What do I need to do? I'm all happy. And he was like, but in honor of the ancestors who led you to us, and, your return and all that, they want to offer to crown you a queen.
Wow.
So that's where that came from. And, I didn't know what that meant to be a queen mother over there, and I live here. Like, what do I do? What are my responsibilities? Those are the questions that I was asking. Do I need to have money? Do I need this and this and that? Which, the way they were viewing it, the way that I was viewing it, that it was, like I said, it was spiritual. It was arranged by my ancestors.
Right.
So, when they were taken from wherever in Africa, I felt like I was chosen and special enough to be the one to return my grandmother's ashes, and worthy of being crowned a queen mother. So that's where that all came from.
Wow. Wow. So now we can see, what is the name of the community you were a queen mother of?
It's a Ga community, Ga Odumase.
Ghana
And
Dumasi.
a lot of people, I know there's another Odumase Krobo. It's
Yeah,
not the
probably Dumasi.
Krobo. It's
Yeah,
not the
okay.
Krobo area. It's
Mm-hmm.
another Odumase community. The name is Ablekuma.
Ablekuma. Okay. Okay, Ablekuma Ghana Dumasi. Yes, it is one of the communities in the Ghana district. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
so that is why you need to learn the Ghana word. Let's say, ba, it means come, right? Or maybe you've not started. but let me. I know, in Ghana we have like I think more than 50 languages,
Okay.
but most people speak the Chi, and
Mm-hmm.
those from Accra, the capital city, Greater Accra region speaks Ghana. And there's the word that I've learned, which let me see, it is means sumobo. It means that I love you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
means
didn't learn
sumobo.
that one yet. I know the greetings like Achobute, what is
Uh-huh.
your name? And
Mm-hmm.
then I would respond Achomi now day.
Show me now the right.
Yeah. I know Choyo Tang, which is how
Say
are
with
you?
the yeah,
Mm-hmm.
how yeah. You're learning. I believe that this is one way that we can use, in connecting as Africans. At
Yeah.
least we need to learn the language,
Mm-hmm.
learn few words, just communicating with people. I think that is one best way of coming together and all that. So you being a queen mother right now, that means there's a lot of responsibility on your head as a
Yeah.
queen mother.
Mm-hmm.
What what are you putting in place? I know some of them you don't have to spit it out. Some of them too, it is, a general thing that you can say. What are your visions? Or what are you supposed to do now as a queen mother? What are your duties? I'm sure they laid it out to you when they were crowning you like a queen mother. So
Right.
what are your duties as the queen mother of Ablekuma Odumasi?
Um. Right now, my focus is the youth.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Mm-hmm.
They voiced to me. Uh. They already have a functioning school.
Mm-hmm.
What they need is access to the rest of the world.
Okay.
So, you know, they need a library, they need a resource center.
Mm-hmm.
So because, part of becoming queen mother, um, they've given me land to build. I
Wow.
am the developmental queen mother.
Great. Okay.
So, developmentally, what I can do to improve the community, that is my duty. So I have started raising money to build a library slash resource center. for
Mm-hmm.
the youth there. I just want them to have, something after school or while
Yeah.
school is out, a place to
Yeah.
go to learn. I know education is key.
Mm-hmm.
Education is the way out. Education is the way to better yourself. So, you know, we got that part down pat, but what happens when opportunities you can't reach them because you don't have proper tools that you would need in
Mm-hmm.
a library, or
Mm-hmm.
strong internet service, or
Yeah.
all those things to reach the world. Like, we have to expose, just like our youth here have to be exposed to better things outside of your community. Same thing
Mm-hmm.
with Ghana, they have to be exposed
Yeah.
to what's outside of the community.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to be the key to that. I want to be the one who says, you know, be here every day at 5 o'clock. We're going to learn something. I'll have skills training. All of that within the youth center, so that every day they have a place to go, a place to learn, a place to reach the rest of the world.
Right, right. I think that's some perfect ideas that you have there, because I believe that this is also one way of sharing your skills that you have learned
Hmm.
from the Western world, the same way we have the way we do our things here. It is the best way for us to come together. And then I'm sure these skills from your side and the skills from our side, we can help develop the motherland. In my
Okay.
school, I've been teaching for the past 12 years. People look at me, they look at me like, oh, are you 22 or 25? I'm way past that. But then that is just okay. But where I have been, a teacher for the past 12 years, I felt like personally I need to put up a library, a place for them to spend the day after school. Because,
Right.
like saying, that is our problem here in Ghana and in most of the rural communities. When kids close and go to school, I'm hoping your place is a rural community, right? It's not like urban place.
It's more urban.
More urban,
But
okay.
that doesn't even matter. Kids still, they don't have anything to
Yeah,
do. We know
yeah,
that for
yeah,
a fact.
yeah. So with such places, kids, even in school, you get a parent standing way down there trying to signal the child that, hey, it's time, let's go to the farm. So the child must leave the classroom and go to the farm, right?
Right.
So there are no structures for these kids even to study after school. So it is a perfect idea that you've been made the queen mother of development, okay? And I will back you with whatever decision that you want to do to improve the standard of living, the standard of education there in the community, because I feel it is a bigger job that has been given you. And if we do it well, I'm hoping that your ancestors, mine, will come together and bring more of, our
Yes.
brothers and sisters who've been out there to the motherland.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
So,
So,
those are the thoughts that keep me up every night. I can't sleep because my vision of what I see for these children,
mhm.
it's like, it's all I dream about. It's all I dream about every single night. So I can't wait, until the borders are open and I can be there. The day after my queen ceremony, I had to leave to come back to the States. The day
Wow.
after. So I didn't have a lot of time to get to know the members of the community. I didn't get a lot of time to interact with them and
Yeah.
learn more of their needs and things. So I need more time there. I need time to learn my role, to learn my people, so that they can learn me. I don't want them to, I know there's traditions and things with being a queen mother, but I don't want to be an unapproachable queen
Hmm.
mother.
Hmm.
I want to be hands on with the youth, um, to make a difference. To
Yeah.
make a
Yeah.
difference.
Do you, I know you didn't spend much time, after your queenship, but do you see a difference between the youth in Africa and the youth in the United States? I have seen a lot of them on TV. I'm not saying that um, we are all supposed to act the same way. But looking at the youth in Ghana, do you think they are more approachable to you and then them having the idea of also helping themselves develop as African youth compared to that in the United States?
As far as the youth, I believe a child is a child. So across the board, they have that tenderness and that innocence where they're always going to be approachable. I have noticed, in comparison, the kids in Ghana sometimes are more shy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's about. They're very, very shy. Like I have to
Yeah,
force them to talk to me, or sometimes to look at me.
yeah.
That's the one difference I find in the youth
Mm-hmm.
comparing Ghana to America.
Yeah. Here mostly we are taught to obey anybody who is older than us and
Hmm.
not to just talk anyhow to anybody who is older than us. So even with that, people don't want to talk. Kids don't want to talk when they're having a conversation with an elderly person because they feel like whatever you say, and it is in our, should I say, in our Akan way saying is that you cannot go to a war with an elderly person and you would win. Always that elderly person must win, even if they are wrong or right. So we are taught always to give respect to the elderly people.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So what is your advice to? Okay, I think we've already spoken on the advice that we can give out to people who want to come to the motherland. Now, the last thing before I will leave you because I know you have a lot to do and all that. Your whole opinion on what happened with George Floyd and what can the ordinary African American, I'm saying African American because it happened in America, what must this ordinary African American man or woman do to prevent this? Or what are we supposed to do in relation to what happened with our brother George?
Um, that's a hard one. I know the core of it all is we have to unite.
Mm-hmm,
It's no way around it. We have to unite with each other here. Um, we have to hold each other accountable. We have to fight with each other and unite.
mm-hmm,
After uniting here, we need to unite across the ocean. We have to unite with you all. It's
yeah,
no way around it. We have to. Their whole agenda was to keep us hating each other.
mm-hmm,
We've been taught that Africans don't like us. That's terrible. It's terrible.
yeah,
We've been taught that, when an African is here, they're so ignorant. You know, it's everything that we've been taught has been a lie.
mm-hmm,
We've been shown all the images, the negative images of
yeah,
Africa,
yeah,
but when I come to Africa, first of all, I was taught it was dirty, you know, anything negative that a person could be taught about a place, that's what we
mm-hmm,
were shown. Those were the images we saw. So when I come to Africa and I see the white people laid out on the beach
yeah,
and buying homes and retiring to Africa, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. My people aren't doing this, and
yeah,
it's all because of the images we were shown, and we
mm-hmm,
can't blame white people. We can't blame the Europeans. We have to we have to go and see for ourselves and fall in love ourselves.
mm-hmm,
But as far as the George Floyd situation, we just have to unite. We have to unite, and we have to show our youth
yeah,
what to do, what not to do. Um, It's hard. It's difficult here.
Yeah. I know right now a lot of Africans in diaspora are moving to the motherland to get a land to start farming. Do you see that happening for a longer period, or you see that only happening because of what happened with George Floyd? Do people really want to move, or it is because of what went down previously that is making a lot of people want to move to motherland?
I think people are waking up slowly.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
They are seeing more of Africa and what's there. You know, people like you and I, social media is helpful, very
Yeah.
helpful, 100% helpful. So, you know, there's more exposure to the opportunities that we can have in Africa. You know, no matter where it is, there's it's more exposure. Before there
Yeah.
wasn't any exposure, so we didn't know. You know,
Yeah.
our kids don't know, our little girls don't know that we can grow up and be a queen, you know, in
Mm-hmm.
our own land.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have rewritten the narrative in those type of situations where now our little girls can see me as a queen mother. Can you know, I spoke at a church one day,
Mm-hmm.
and a young lady, she was maybe about 7 or 8, and she came up to me after the speech, and she was like, "Oh, can I touch your dress? Can I touch your velvet?" And I'm like, wow, you know, we don't have access to the beauty. We don't have
Mm-hmm.
access to the beauty. So, you know, for her to open up like that, and I was so glad she even came up to me and asked. And I'm like, can you touch it? You can wrap your body in it. You can, you know, it's yours.
Yeah.
This is ours. So, you know, that was like an aha moment for me because I was just happy that she even came and asked
Mm-hmm.
me. But for me to tell her, you can touch it, you can feel it, you can wrap in it. You know, this is our blood, this is our land, this is our beauty, and it's it's within your reach. You know, these are the things we have to teach our young people.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. You're right about. I mean, the other thing that we have also been taught is that whatever foreign is perfect, right? So whenever we see people from the United States or from the UK, Caribbean, we feel like, wow, they're the best. I think that was why she wanted to touch your garments, like in the Bible, like that woman who was bleeding touched Jesus' garment, like you are healed. So maybe you're
Right.
supposed other girl is healed, getting to learn about, her sisters and brothers right from the United. So, what one thing finally would you like to say to the world? Anybody who's watching you now that you have the opportunity to speak to the world, what would you say?
I would say it's up to us. No more blaming the white man, no more blaming anybody else. It's up to us. The love is there. We have to own it. We have to embrace it. And we have to embrace it.
Sorry about that, guys. It seems the internet has gone off on my sister's part. So let's see if we're gonna work out how to get it back and then continue. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, let me take her off and bring it back again. So yeah, I saw some of you asking, yeah, am I a head teacher? Yes, I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for 12 years. And I'm a head teacher by profession. I'm a teacher by profession. Yes, I've been doing a lot for the community that I find myself, and I've also learned a lot from these people. Okay, we learn. The more we learn together, the more we can appreciate ourselves as to what we are doing, and as to we coming together to develop Africa to that level we want it to be. So I'm trying to bring my awesome. Okay, You're back.
I'm here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so go ahead. You were saying your last words to the world.
What was I saying? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you were giving your last statement,
Oh,
yeah.
yes. I was saying we have to love each other. We can build together. Um, there's many opportunities. Don't feel trapped here in the United States. You
Mm-hmm.
know, don't go on someone else's word. You have to visit for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just pick an African country and go. You can do it by DNA testing, which I've also done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just pick a place, visit, put yourself out there, meet people, find a
Mm-hmm.
family, make
Mm-hmm.
connections, investigate buying land, build a home. It's all possible. These are things we're not taught here.
Yeah.
We're not taught those things. So, you have to have the right people and
Mm-hmm.
and meet people, ask questions, talk to people. Call me.
Yeah. All right. So, hey, I appreciate everybody watching and for your time. I would like you to leave maybe your email or your Facebook uh, account name or whatever, so that if anybody want to learn about coming to Ghana, if they have a question about you being a queen mother, the vision, the ideas you have for that little community and everything, so you can. I would like you to leave your contact details below so that anybody who is watching can hit you up for an advice.
Okay. So my email is queentene, QUEENTENE at yahoo.com.
Okay.
Instagram, I am Queen under Tanae under O'Day, Odey.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So it's very,
the GoFundMe
yeah, yeah, yeah.
is Hearts for Ghana,
Hard for
HEARTS, the number 4, Ghana.
for okay,
And that's
okay,
where I'm raising the funds to build the library.
okay. So I have some new people watching right now. So I would like you to go over the library project so that they will want to support. I mean, I want you to tell them exactly what you want them to do to support your library.
So the library slash youth center, it will be library resources, computers, books, internet, everything that they need to reach the outside world to enhance their education. And the youth center will be skills training. Um, and so that's what the money is being raised for. I set my first goal at $20,000.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, of course, everything is on hold with COVID going on. But my plan was to break ground this year,
Okay.
2020. I have not given up hope on that. I still believe it's going to happen in 2020. The land is there. It's ready
Mm-hmm.
for me. They're waiting for me to get there.
Yeah.
I have a nice team there where if I can't make it in 2020, if I would like to start the process without being there, it can be done. So, a lot of people who have donated, who have helped me, I thank you. Um, it's just on hold right now, but no hope is lost. It's going to happen. Whether I'm there or not, we're going to break ground in 2020.
Great. That is the spirit, the can-do spirit. Obama, like Obama said, yes, we can. So yes,
Yes,
we
we
can
can.
definitely.
I know it's possible. I know in the beginning, I was like, I didn't doubt myself. I know I'm not rich. I know you also don't have to be Oprah or Lil John to build a school.
Yeah.
I know that it's something that we can do as a community. I have a huge family
Mm-hmm.
circle here. Whenever I ask for donations, they give it. I've shipped barrels to Ghana full of clothes and shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to Ghana personally and supplied a whole farm um, with school supplies, book bag. I do whatever my heart and God calls me to do. I just do
Yeah.
it. I don't question it. I just do it. I don't know where the money's coming from. And 2 days later, I've raised $1,000. So it always happens for me like that because I know that there's a big purpose on my life,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
everything has been working out, and the blessings just keep coming. They
Beautiful.
just keep coming.
So yeah, the blessing will keep coming when we move, together in this way. So I really want to appreciate you, Queen Mother now Obe of Odumase community in Accra. I really appreciate your time with us. I know we have a lot to talk about, so after here, we will do our, our talking behind the cameras and start doing a lot for Mother Africa. So thank you very much for being part of today's
You're welcome. Thank you for
publication.
having me. I was nervous leading up to it, and now I don't even want to go.
I know, and as and when there's an issue for um, public opinion, your opinion, I'll call you on like this one. We'll have a beautiful discussion on
Yes.
that. I really appreciate you today.
And I look forward to working with you on your projects also.
Definitely,
I support everybody in any way that I can.
100%. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Ciao.
All right. Bye,
Okay.
everybody. Thank you.
All right. All right, so thank you very much. It was an awesome conversation with Na Ade. All right, she's a queen mother in one of the communities in Ghana, Greater Accra region to be precise. We've had a conversation. She's coming up with a lot of project, building a community center and then a library for that community so that the kids can have a place to learn, to study right after school. So I want to appreciate everybody watching us right now. Adrena, let me say shout out to Adrena Monette. Antonio Hesse, Sherry Bombre. Hey, how are you? Beautiful Sherry Bombre. Richard, I asked you the other day about a hospital, the government building in Ghana. We from the central region, we need some. So tag the president. Okay, Richard, you need a hospital, but we have a bigger hospital here in Cape Coast. So yeah, so Antonio, can you put her information into the chat? Yes, I have her email address. I'll put it at the description, and then you can send her an email. Hey, I'll be 94 of AfriJam. Everybody, I really want to appreciate you being part of this conversation. I'd like to say bye bye for now, and let's have a good evening and a good Sunday. Ciao.